When we set a goal, it's easy to picture a straight line from start to finish. And yes, sometimes the path is smooth, but more often than not, we're walking towards a destination without knowing every step ahead. That's been my experience in raising awareness about cults and high control groups. It's taught me that goal setting isn't just about direction, it's about building the resilience and flexibility to keep going when the road twists and turns. Now let's turn this idea into an art therapy prompt. Think of a goal you've set, something that matters to you. On one side of your page, create the path as you picture it in your mind right now. Maybe it's a smooth road, maybe a staircase, maybe a straight line to the finish. Let your imagination guide how you represent it. Then on the other side of the page, draw a more realistic version of that journey. The bends in the road, the steep hills, even the unexpected obstacles that might appear. You can use symbols, colours, or shapes. It doesn't have to be literal. This isn't about making a perfect picture, it's about exploring the difference between our vision and reality and discovering how resilience and creativity help us bridge the two. The goal I'm exploring here is my desire to raise awareness of cults and advocate for legislative change to address the coercive control in group settings. On the left-hand side of my page, you can see how I first imagined that journey would look like when I set out to achieve this goal over 4 years ago. I knew it would be a somewhat lengthy process, but I thought it would be a relatively steady path, as advocacy would naturally lead to change. But the reality looks much more like this right side of the page. Twists, turns, and tangled lines that loop back on themselves. Dead ends, false starts, and moments of going in circles without any clear way forward. In April this year, I honestly thought I'd reached a dead end for good. I felt stuck in that tangled section, going around and around and around and around and around without an exit. Then the unexpected happened. The Victorian Parliamentary Inquiry was announced. It wasn't the highway I once imagined, but it was an off ramp out of the rut, a lot more like a bumpy dirt road than a smooth freeway. And that's the thing about goals, they don't always unfold the way that we picture them. The path is often harder, messier, and less certain. But even without knowing every next step, I'm not letting go of that goal. What do your journey goals look like as an image? How do you imagine what a journey will look like? And how does that vision compare to the reality you're actually experiencing? It's natural to hope for the smooth, straight path. But the truth is, the most meaningful goals are rarely that simple. They test us, they stretch us. They ask for resilience when the road feels blocked and flexibility when new paths appear that we never planned for. And that's what makes them worth it. A challenging goal doesn't just shape the outcome, it shapes us. It teaches us to keep moving, to adapt, and to hold on to our purpose, even when the path looks nothing like we first imagined. The goal stays the same, even if the path twists and turns. And those challenges, the dead ends and the detours, they're what tests how deeply we are committed. Sometimes the roadblocks remind us to stay on the course, and other times they show us it's time to readjust or reshape the goal itself. Either way, putting it down on paper, drawing it out, reflecting on it, can give us the clarity and strength to keep moving forward. In the case of my goal of wanting to raise awareness about cults and advocate for legislative change, I still don't know exactly what the path to finding it will look like, but it is a goal that I am not going to give up on. I hope you've enjoyed this discussion. I'd love to hear what other people's visions of goal setting looks like. How do you describe the bumps or the turns or the twists in your paths to achieving them? If you feel comfortable, let me know in the comments, and I hope you'll join me next time as we continue to explore cultic themes and creative healing. The activities and opinions expressed in this video are for educational purposes only and are not a substitute for professional therapy. If any of the topics covered stirred up strong emotions, Please practice self care and seek professional guidance if necessary.